And let's turn our attention now to another big story, continuing questions around privacy and security. There were a panic which happened in India when there were some reports that Adhaar details had become publicly available through a hack that had taken place somewhere. We're going to be discussing that very shortly. But also several opposition leaders made serious allegations against the central government, accusing it of attempting to hack their phones. Several MPs shared screenshots of Apple notifications on social media to back their claims. The ruling BJP dismissed the charges, saying that they are baseless, and the government's also ordered a probe into the entire matter.
On October 31st, several prominent opposition party leaders alleged having received a message from tech giant Apple. They were warned of potential state-sponsored attackers attempting to remotely compromise their iPhones. Among them were Congress chief Mallikarjun Kharge, Shashi Tharoor, Pawan Khera, KC Venugopal, Trinamool Congress MP Mahua Moitra, CPIM General Secretary Sitaram Yechury, and SP Chief Akhilesh Yadav.
पूरे ऑपोजिशन के खिलाफ यहां पे एप्पल का नोटिस आता है। मैंने इसको थोड़ा आपके लिए बड़ा करके दिखाया है, राइट? इसमें लिखा है, एप्पल बिलीव्स you are being targeted by state-sponsored attackers who are trying to remotely compromise the iPhone associated with your Apple ID. अब ये मेरे ऑफिस में सब लोगों को मिला है, वेणुगोपाल जी को मिला है, कांग्रेस पार्टी में लिस्ट बनी हुई है, पवन खेड़ा, सुप्रिया, सीताराम येचुरी, अखिलेश यादव, प्रियंका चतुर्वेदी, महुआ मोइत्रा, राघव चड्ढा, टीएस सिंहदेव लिस्ट है.
In response, the government vehemently denied these allegations. Information Technology Minister Ashwini Vaishnav labelled the charges as baseless, describing the opposition as compulsive critics indulging in the politics of distraction. Meanwhile, Apple clarified its stance, stating that they do not attribute the threat notifications to any specific state-sponsored attacker, and that some of these threat alerts may be false alarms. The controversy isn't new. In 2021, a global investigative journalism initiative revealed that the Pegasus spyware had targeted over 300 mobile phones in India. This included politicians from opposition parties, members of civil society, and journalists. Meanwhile, the government cybersecurity agency, the Indian Computer Emergency Response Team, announced on 2nd November that they have initiated an investigation on the matter and a notice has been sent to Apple. These allegations come at a crucial time, as 5 states are gearing up for elections in the coming weeks. With general elections scheduled for next year, the question being raised is why only members of the opposition parties received these hacking alerts.
So you look, these concerns about safety, about security, about whether you should trust your phone or not, whether you should trust your data or not, these are not issues that are new. These are not issues that are going to go away anytime in the near future. How do we navigate these waters? Well, joining us, Arvind Gupta, head of the Digital India Foundation. We also have with us Arshpreet, Khadial, a member of the Congress Party. Arvind, let me just start by you. Of course, the immediate provocation for this debate, if I can use that word, is one, fresh charges of snooping, but also potential leaks of some Adhaar data. What is your sense, Arvind, of these things? How safe are we? How easy is it for somebody to snoop on your phone? Are we making a storm in a teacup? Where do you think we are?
So, 3 points that you raised, Vikram. Let me start with number 1. Categorically understand that there is no leakage of the Adhaar database. Let me repeat myself. There is no leakage of the Adhaar database. The Adhaar database, the Adhaar numbers that you and me have, the 12-digit numbers, are seeded in many other systems. And sometimes, yes, these other systems do get compromised through the dark web or through some other malware that they use. But let me reiterate, the core Adhaar system has not been breached so far, and we just keep hoping that's the status. And this is a chicken and cat and mouse game. So we have a lot of national enemies right now, and we need to ensure that our databases are always secure.
Arvind,
So
let me
that's
just
number
ask you, what you just said, the Adhaar database itself is secure, but if other systems which are plugging into Adhaar, and let's remember the India stack is basically...
They don't plug into Adhaar. That's what I'm trying to explain. No system plugs into Adhaar, but Adhaar number, if I go and use my Adhaar number to avail something, XYZ, let's say 10 of us are filling out admission form, and we go and in an Excel sheet, we put in our Adhaar numbers, and that Excel sheet gets compromised. Nothing is affected on the Adhaar side. It's the Excel sheet that has been compromised, that has my name, Arvind Gupta, maybe my Adhaar number, and maybe some other details written on it. The Adhaar system, it has no linkage to the Adhaar system. It is just the sensationalization by the media and unknown elements that, and of course a political outcry that always surrounds it, which says that Adhaar is not the Adhaar that has been compromised. Let's be very categorical about it.
But I mean, I would say because the India stack actually revolves a lot of interconnecting systems. Let's assuming what you said happens, Adhaar gets leaked. Let's say mobile numbers attached to that get leaked. Potentially PAN numbers get leaked along with that. Can that be used then by bad actors to do a lot of things? I think that's what a lot of people are concerned about. My Adhaar numbers with somebody, my phone numbers with somebody. Now, what can they do?
Let me clarify number one. I have not said that Adhaar number has been leaked. What I have said is Adhaar database has been leaked. What I have said is some other system which has stored some Adhaar, my hundreds of information, and plus the 101st information is my Adhaar number. If that gets leaked, the Adhaar does not get compromised. Let me be very clear on that.
So your biometrics and all in particular cannot be compromised, especially if you blocked it in UIDAI.
There is never an interchange of the biometrics with any other system. It's an Adhaar. When you give your number, there's a yes and no answer that goes back.
All right, Arvind, just hang on with me for a second. Let me get Arshpreet into this. Arshpreet, two major accusations have been made in the last few days. One, of course, Arvind was explaining it's not the Adhaar database, but the possibility that some Adhaar numbers are out there. And B, of course, snooping charges, which have been made by many members of the opposition. What is your view on all of this?
So I want to start with the biggest of fact, the most important of fact. Why only opposition leaders in India have gotten this alert, this warning from Apple? Why does not a single BJP leader figure in that list? Is that a coincidence? Because there are many coincidences according to the BJP. Number two, I want to ask the Bharatiya Janata Party that is this a first time when something of this sort has happened, or there have been many before, for example, Pegasus, and has there been a credible inquiry conducted into that? Have we reached to a result as to who was behind it, what happened, what transpired, and was anyone brought to justice? Did anyone have to face justice because of that? The answer to that is no again. Number three, you see, Apple has no motive. Apple has nothing to gain from it. I mean, what could Apple possibly gain by saying this? And if there is no motive, there is no intention, there is no point. But who has motive? There are many states that are going into elections very soon. Many opinion polls have suggested that a certain party is losing very badly in majority of the states. Now, everybody knows it for a fact which party could possibly have the motive, could possibly have the intention, and could possibly have precedence of having these sort of allegations against them.
So, Arshpreet, you're saying that the snooping that is being done by state-sponsored actors here in India, not by outside, and you're specifically naming the ruling party for this. Arshpreet.
See, my concern here is that an inquiry should happen. I'm nobody to pass a verdict. The court should decide. And this should be taken as a very serious matter because only the opposition leaders are being targeted. And number two, I want to ask if there's a BJP representative here or if anyone can speak on behalf of the Bharatiya Janata Party, why has Apple been sent a notice? And that too in such haste. I don't understand. So many incidents happened like Manipur, like Haryana, what not happened, but there was no haste shown in those kind of incidents. But in this, a notice has been sent ASAP, as soon as possible. I want to know why. Number two, Apple did not name any party. Apple did not name any specific entity. Then why did the center have to summon it? Please, if anyone from the Bharatiya Janata Party could answer that or on their behalf, I'd love to hear it. And see, it's a matter of fact that the opposition leaders have been subjected to political vendetta by central agencies. And the fact of the matter is that 95% of the cases registered by certain agencies happen to only be against opposition leaders. These are recorded facts on record. So I think there is no ambiguity. There is no doubt to the allegations, and they are just to be proven in the court. That's all that's left.
All right, Arshpreet. Arvind, of course, you're not here to speak on behalf of the Bharatiya Janata Party, but the allegations of snooping in general, which we've heard about in the past, specifically what's happening with Apple, I wonder if you may have a comment on that.
So let me give three comments to Arshpreet. Again, the BJP, what he's talking about, the BJP, I think as a Congress person, he has to talk, but I think this debate is more about the security issues rather than about the BJP and the Congress. But let me, at least in my view, but here is certain things which are clear. Apple has sent a notification to a few people in India, and some of them happen to be opposition members. There is three things important about it, three or four things important. Let's figure it out. But Arshpreet, for your knowledge, Pegasus is settled. There is no, I mean, it is Supreme Court has done it. The expert committee didn't find Pegasus, and it's been settled. There has been a malware that was found, and I think I have, with due respect to your background, we have done enough work as academic researchers also, and shown that Pegasus has not operated at scale in India and has not been found. So I'm not going to comment on that, but let's come to this Apple notification, which is the current issue. It's non-attributable. We don't know where it is. This attack, if Apple has sent a notification, has originated. We don't know the timing of. We don't know when it was done. We don't know it was done yesterday. It was done a year ago, 6 months. So we don't know that. We don't know whether the actual data has been breached. Apple has used the word attempt to breach. And thirdly, it's a worldwide alert. And lastly, there is a dubious role, and I do want to say this, of Access Now in this, which is not a lover of democracy in India. So I'll put it there. Now you raise a question. Apple is legally duty bound to share this information with Indian CERT and Indian law. So let's not say why Apple is not a party to it. Apple is duty bound. There are lawmakers, you yourself have said, opposition members, others also, who have supposedly received this. So Apple is duty bound to do this. The onus lies on Apple to explain exactly what has happened. And the onus also lies on Apple to share this information with the people who have been breached, so-called, to exactly what has been done to them.
All right. I'm going to have to leave it there for the moment. One line from you, Arshpreet, and I'm going to have to call it a day.
I'd only say one thing. The gentleman, Mr. Arvind, said that some of the opposition members have been targeted. I asked him, why is there not a single BJP leader who was figured in the list? No answer to that.
All right. Arvind, Arshpreet, thank you both so much for joining us with those viewpoints. Safety, security, of course, are really important issues, so we're going to keep on coming back to this. And Arvind will keep on also trying to understand how best the systems that are there in the India stack can actually be made more robust in addition to whatever's happening on the snooping controversy. Thank you both so much for joining us.